Good afternoon, this is MetLoop meteorologist Nancy Koslick here with an update on today's forecast. We're continuing to monitor a lot of very cold Arctic air making its way into the country, and of course the continuation of some snowfall extending from the eastern seaboard all the way through the center of the states and back into the west. So over the next couple of days we're only going to see more in the way of snowfall and rain, and the possibility of some freezing rain as we continue to see a lot of moisture making its way into especially the southeast and up the eastern seaboard, as well as more of those very, very cold temperatures out there. So right now we're looking at the teens, 20s, 30s, even those negative numbers heading up into the northern central states. And of course, we're seeing the teens as far south as the Texas Panhandle this afternoon. So in addition to that, we're also seeing some rather gusty winds, and that means that we're seeing some very, very cold, feels like temperatures out there with that wind chill value. Check out portions of North Dakota, negative 30 degrees. So if you live in this area of the country, make sure that you are very much limiting your outdoor time, because we can definitely see the onset of hypothermia and frostbite extremely quickly in these kinds of situations. Now, as far as the next couple of days goes, we are looking for a lot more in the way of that messy snowfall, rain, possibly some freezing rain, and it's going to extend all the way through portions of western U.S. and up the eastern seaboard as well. So basically the setup is going to be that we're going to see a lot of the moisture and that area of low pressure that's been hanging out kind of along the Gulf Coast, pushing its way up to the northeast over the next couple of days. It's going to bring all that moisture up with it, but it's also going to help to bring all that very cold Arctic air down to the south. So we'll continue to see those temperatures really plummet, even as far south as along the Gulf Coast states and into the state of Florida, but we're also going to see the onset of that snowfall as we watch the temperatures go down and that moisture continue to the northeast. So we're also going to see plenty more in the way of snowfall accumulation heading into the northern half of New Mexico and southern Colorado, also extending as far east as the Texas Panhandle and Oklahoma. And then we're going to see another storm system make its way onto the west coast, and this is going to be more over the weekend, where we're going to start to see some pretty high accumulations for California as well. So as far as that rainfall goes, what we're going to look for over the next 3 days, now this is going to be a 72-hour accumulation of rain, is a lot of rainfall again for California as we watch that next storm system move in over the weekend. But notice all of the moisture that's going to take place into the southeast as well. So we'll see some rain, some freezing rain, and then of course that possibility of some snowfall up into the Carolinas, maybe into northern Georgia as well. And notice we are going to see maybe a couple of inches of rain for the state of Florida before all this is said and done. Here's a look at that very, very cold Arctic air as it continues to spill its way into the country overnight tonight and into tomorrow morning, and we're only going to continue seeing it push further and further south heading into the weekend as well. So notice a lot of those single and negative digits making their way as far south as Kansas, back into Colorado and Missouri. We're also going to see the single digits in the teens making their way into portions of New Mexico and the northern half of Texas as well. So once again, make sure that you're taking the necessary precautions overnight tonight and covering up those pipes, keeping everything nice and warm. Also, make sure that you're taking care of plants and bringing those pets inside. Checking out the future radar for the rest of this afternoon and the overnight hours tonight, we'll continue to see that shower activity making its way through portions of Arizona, New Mexico, southern Colorado, and extending back into the panhandle of Texas and Oklahoma. We're also going to continue to watch some of those showers push their way in from the Gulf of Mexico, and again, this is kind of centered around that area of low pressure that's going to be tracking its way to the east and northeast over the next couple of days, bringing all of that moisture and of course the very cold air down into the southeastern U.S. So once again, we're expecting plenty of snowfall, some freezing rain possible, and up to a couple of inches of normal rain for the state of Florida over the next couple of days. So please be sure to stay safe and plan ahead, and also of course make sure that you're checking road conditions if you live out into the central and western portions of the country before you head out. As always, you can receive more of your weather information via our Facebook page as well as Twitter and metloop.com. Thank you for watching this afternoon. Have a great day.